Hey everybody, thank you for watching. If you don't mind, hit that like button. I am working on this pumpkin carving. Started on it yesterday, and I'm going to do some detail work to them today. And then my plan is to start another pumpkin down here in this section. So hang out, enjoy, join chat. Yeah, if you guys want to join chat, more than welcome. I'll chat back the best I can, and you guys can enjoy. But make sure to hit that like, and if you like, hit the subscribe. I'll be here for a while. Rizard Sumner, good to see you. And I can't say your first name, but Delgado Ferry, thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. So I'm going to get carving. I am currently using the Vevor 1200 flex shaft to do the carving. I don't have links for it up, but it is a good flex shaft if you ever want to get into some Dremel carving. And if you have any questions, for sure, put them in chat. I will try to answer them for you the best I can. Hey, Francisco, Raphael, thanks for being here. So right now around the teeth, I'm being very gentle because wood is finicky and sometimes it likes to chip out, but that's okay. It's going to add to the character of the piece. Like right there, it just chipped out. Pumpkins aren't meant to be perfect, and that's okay. That's what gives them their creepy Halloween factor. So we're going to work with what we got. And when you're making small cuts like this, it's almost inevitable that they chip out, but that's all right. Hey John, how's it going? Glad to see you're back. And yeah, if you can, hit that like and subscribe button. We do woodworking projects here, and we do carving. We have a lot of great people in the community, and once you get to know them all, you can learn a lot from them. Alright, so I'm going to go a little deeper on the mouth. Now, I haven't decided yet. I kind of like how he's coming out. Maybe you guys in chat can tell me. I'd love to hear your feedback. So, generally, the center section of the mouth and the eyes and the nose would be carved out of a pumpkin. But I'm thinking about leaving this in. You tell me how you think it'd be better, taken out or left in, because I can go deeper. I'm just undecided as to what I'm going to do with it right now. But hey, if you have any ideas, throw it in chat. I'm happy to listen. The eyes, I'm pretty sure I'm leaving them in because they're kind of looking cool. So I'm going to go deeper on the eyes and try and round them off a little bit. Go deeper as it has a better effect. All right, John. I will take your word for it. Right now I'm going to round these eyes out a little bit just to give them some shape. Not necessarily a 45, but just so they don't look so cut. And can you guys see this all right? Hey, Matthew. You want me to bring the picture in closer? That is a jack-o'-lantern face, and thank you for being here, something thick. At least that's what I'm planning on it being. Shows we have 89 people watching. If you guys could hit that like button, that would be awesome. And if you could hit the subscribe button, that would be cool too. If you find this interesting. Yep, right in time for Halloween. I love Halloween. I actually have a build video out. My wife wanted some glowing pumpkin lanterns. Hey, Deb. So I built some lanterns that she could put some lights in, and it's pretty creepy looking. It lights up the nose, the mouth, the eyes, and currently it's sitting on our fireplace, so that's pretty cool. Go deeper on this eye so I can round it out. Hey, April. Sunday's going well. Thank you for being here. Thank everybody for being here. That's awesome. I'm fairly new to carving, but I think I've been picking it up pretty well. So if you guys have any questions, I might be able to answer them. And I know we've got a few carvers in chat right now, so maybe they will be able to answer them also. But feel free, as long as it's clean conversation, you are more than welcome to say anything in chat. Hey AJ, how's it going? Oh, I got kind of confused there. I seen April and then AJ, and I even got my glasses on. Thank you guys for being here. So I was talking about chipping earlier, and right here the eye's starting to chip out. So I'm going to be very careful here as I round it off. And if you're interested in other carvings, I do have carving videos, carving shorts, so check them out. Hey, Dragons in Dress Cresporium, thanks for being here. I think what I'm going to do with these eyes, I kind of want to leave them in the center. But I think what I'm going to do is take them down a little bit. Maybe try and pull some depth out of them while leaving them there. Let's see. I may end up removing them. I don't know. Matthew's right. Deeper always gives a better effect. Oh, thank you, Dad. Dad. So what I'm using here, oh John, you guys are awesome today. Thank you so much. So I'm using a Kutzall flame burr that is aggressive, but this one is used really well. And I don't know if you can see the difference between this newer one and this one. This one is kind of worn down. So it's actually acts as an intermediate flame burr. So that's why it's not taking off as much wood from the eyes. And I'm able to shape them a lot better, which is cool. As most in chat will tell you, carving is about patience. It's the finish line, not the race to get there. In my opinion, anyways. And there are some people out there that can knock out a carving in like 20 minutes. And that ain't me. Hey Jeff, how's it going? The nice thing about pumpkins is they're your creation. So whatever you want them to look like, that's exactly what they're going to look like. There's no true template on what a pumpkin has to look like, or a jack-o'-lantern. Now this part here I got to be careful of because it was chipping out earlier, but I definitely want to take it down and try and get it to match this eye as close as possible. It's a little off, but that's okay. They don't need to be perfect. Hey Tim, how's it going? Thank you, sir. Yeah, I haven't invested into the fine yet. That is something that I do definitely plan on doing in the future. Because yeah, I could definitely see where a set of fine burrs would help me with this. As I get into it more, I will be investing into some. So I think that would be a good investment. And the cut-saw burrs, as you guys know, they're a good investment as it is. They last a while, and they really do work well. Hey Raja, thank you for the like, brother. Speaking of that, if you haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, do that as well. Please. And take this nose down deeper. It's one thing with wood carving, as most of you know that are in chat, always go deeper. You can always go deeper, and in most cases, you can go deeper and fix mistakes. You can go deeper to make it look better. 100%. You don't have to go to the depth that you think you want in the beginning. You can continuously work on it. mainly what I'm doing is, Matthew, my plan for the bottom is, I believe I am going to put another pumpkin in. As of right now, that is the plan. Because when I started carving this one and rounding it out to try and get the roundness of the pumpkin, I started rounding this off to start the second pumpkin. So my thought is to possibly put another pumpkin here and then make this look like a tree trunk, that they're on the tree trunk. 4.5 extreme flat grinding wheel. Holy cow. Hold on. I do want to do some more grinding wheel work. Love doing the grinding wheel work on the American flags that I made. That was so much fun. So I'm gonna do some more grinding wheel work. That's for sure. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm completely thinking about like a double-headed pumpkin here, but I don't know. Once I get this one done and see, that's going to tell me where I want this to go. That's kind of how I do. So what I'm going to work on is rounding this nose off a little bit more, and then these lines that I carved in, I didn't go too deep because I don't really want them deep. I'm going to start rounding off these lines to look like the lines in pumpkins. If you can see, let me hold this up. So these lines right here that I put, I'm going to start rounding these off to hopefully give some roundness to the pumpkin. You've seen pumpkins, how they got the lines that come down. I have the fine detail burrs. They are nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some. It's just going to be time. As I get more into time and money, as I get more into doing the wood spirits and the different carvings and needing the fine tools, I'm gonna get them 100%. It will make a difference. I know that. And if you can tell, I kind of bounce around on my carvings. I don't stay in one spot too long. Mainly because I don't want to mess that spot up. And if I keep working on it, I'm going to do something I regret. So I will work on everything a little bit at a time until I see it take shape. And then make changes and adjustments from there. And I have not decided yet if I'm going to paint this, stain it, or just put a clear coat on it. That's something I'll worry about when it's done, but it's something that is on my mind. I love painting projects, but there's times where I just don't want to cover up the craft part of it with paint. So I think stain might be the better option. And once again, it shows we have 75 people viewing. You guys want to join in on chat? That's awesome. Don't be afraid. We love getting the chat going. Thank you, Dragon. That bear came out good. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Thank you for being here. That bear came out really good, Dad. Part of my problem with the grinding wheel is I don't have a way to secure the wood. The American flags were awesome because I could just clamp them down. So to get the grinding wheel out on something crazy like that, I need a way to secure the log. And trust me, as accident prone as I am, that log needs to be secure. Nikki, it is hopefully going to be a pumpkin. Yes. I don't know if you can see it, but right now I am working on it. And I'm really trying to keep this top section. I did not carve this top section. This top section was a part of the wood, and I'm trying to save as much of that as I can. As I carved the curve into the top here, a lot of this came off, but the center section I'm really trying to keep. So dragons, I believe this is cedar. It smells like cedar. It's carving like cedar. So I'm going to say I probably think it's cedar. Yeah, I think it's going to look cool, Nikki. What I do is I don't have a specific tree or forest that I go to. When I drive around and I see logs on the ground, I'll stop and pick them up. Also, we go up north, and while I'm going up north, there's part of the national forest that's been logged. So I will go through and pick up chunks of wood that were no good for the loggers, and I will bring them back and then carve those. So a lot of time the bark's gone. I don't know what type of wood it is. I just pick up what I can find and reuse it. Leave the rest for nature. Awesome. And Nikki, I was watching one of your videos the other day. I believe it was you. I don't know what city you were in. I don't know what country you were in. But you were driving through an area. So I only caught 15 or 20 minutes of it. But you were driving through an area that appeared to have a volcano that had erupted. And you were showing some of the after effects of the lava hardening. And that was fascinating to me. So if that was you, well done on that. That was very interesting. I will also, as you guys have seen in some of my shorts, in some of my videos, we go up and we have a cottage by Lake Huron, and I will walk the shores of Lake Huron and pick up driftwood. And a lot of times I couldn't tell you what I'm picking up. It's a cool piece of wood. I'm going to carve it, and it's awesome. That's cool, John. Yeah, we've got 40 acres up there. Also, where my wife's family does. So I can go grab some wood all the time, but it's a 5-hour drive. So I normally pick up the wood while I'm going up there. And, you know, a lot of times it's on the ground. I guess I should start maybe cutting some dead branches off of trees that I know. That way I know what I'm carving. But by the time I get to them, there's no bark to really tell. I can generally tell if it's a pine or something, but there's also walnut up there. There's birch. I like to carve birch. Birch is hard, but I enjoy that. I've got a big 6-foot birch log over there that I'm waiting for to dry out a little bit more before I try and carve it. The birch is really nice. It's hard, but it's nice. Yes, John, you're right. The problem is, honestly, once I get up north, there's so many branches on the ground. Trev, thank you for being here, and you can carve, my friend. There are plenty of videos out there to teach you. Matter of fact, there are a lot of carvers in this chat that you could subscribe to to learn how to carve. And you could always hit the subscribe button here and check out some of the carvings. I am new. I am a new carver. You can do it. It just takes time and practice and patience. I am a new carver virtually. It's been, I think I started carving 4 or 5 months ago, and it's going to take time. Let me see if I can find it. I have it around here somewhere. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm going to show a little bit of history here. This here is my very first carving. And for people that say you can't carve, I really wish you could stick with it. This was my first carving and my first attempt at a wood spirit. And most of you guys that have been around know I'm not joking. This was this summer I tried this. And now I've got to the point to where, you know, I'm learning how to do detail like this. And I've shared some stuff along the way. I have shown good pieces, I've shown bad pieces, and then I've come up with pieces like this. Try and give you a good look at it. But you can do it. Well, you know what? Stick around, like this channel, and I'm not just saying that to get the subscribe. I'm not. Like this channel, hit the notification button, come on to some of the lives that we have, because I know plenty of people here in this community that if I couldn't help you, they can help you. So stick around and, you know, give it a shot. Keep trying. It's really, Look at Dremel carving as being a little bit different than knife carving. You know, Dremel carving is a little bit different. It's a little bit more forgiving. And then once you get into the Dremel carving and kind of get that pattern down, maybe, I know a lot of people go to knife carvings, they go to chainsaw carvings and grinder carvings, but don't ever give up. That is one thing about this channel that I always want to preach, is I want you to not give up. You can do it. It's just patience. And that goes with building projects, that goes with carving. If you're a resin artist, don't give up. You're going to have failures, you're going to have successes, and somewhere in between, you're going to learn. Please don't give up. That's my wisdom for the day. Awesome. I'm going to get back into this. One more thing. You know what? Then you didn't make a spoon. You made a fork. And that's okay. Because guess what? Once the project's done, you can call that project what you want. And yes, you may have started as a spoon. Hey, June, how are you? But you ended up, it looked more like a fork. So you got it. Now go back and make a better spoon. That's simple. But the community that we belong to, we belong to, we call ourselves the tribe. And we are a tribe because we are a huge family from different parts of the world, different parts of the United States, and we support each other in our journeys, and we support each other in trying to learn. So you have, and you will have, a community here of carvers, woodworkers, crafters that will 100% want you to grow. I'm off my soapbox now, I'm going to carve, but I wanted you to know that. And guys, if you can, hit that like button. It really does help. So I'm going to say like this. We all have, and this will make sense. This will make sense. We all have our kindergartner's first project that only a mother would love. And it only gets better from there. See? There you go. I thought that was good. And Trev, just so you know, we have quite a few people from Canada on this channel in chat. And they're really nice folks. When you get to know them, and they're willing to help also. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, Wowsy is good. And he's also from Canada. Good choice, John. Hey, Suda. Hey, John Woozy Mabi, how you doing, sir? I know I just butchered your name, but I apologize. Hopefully I got the John part right. Nice having you here. And it goes without saying, if you haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. And if you would like to subscribe, do that also. Hit this with a wire brush real quick. All right, so what do you think? It's starting to come along. Can't see very well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Suda. Awesome. Hey, Cigar Katai. How are you? Thank you for being here. So I'm going to finish up these little rounded parts here a little bit more. I noticed I missed some. And then we'll move on to getting this nose a little bit more. It is perfect for Halloween. I love Halloween. If you have not heard yet, I'm a huge Halloween nut. Oops. awesome. I will work on that a little bit more, but I was really trying to get the roundness inside the grooves, just because they're not sharp on a pumpkin. They're in and they're curved, and that's what I'm trying to get with that. So, all right, this is gonna be a work in progress. So I went deeper on the nose. I'm gonna try and bring this nose down a little bit. So what I'm going to be careful of here, and it determines if the nose stays in or not. If the nose pops out, everything's got to pop out, because I can't leave eyes with no nose. I might just stop here on the nose, but this crack that is going through the nose, I'm afraid that's going to bust. So I may just stop right there, because I'm liking the eyeballs in this guy. I'm not liking the deep hole look. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like the eyeballs in this guy. Cool, John. Thank you. Yes, I think I'm going to leave those, and I'm going to slightly work on rounding this nose up and hope it doesn't crack out. Just because I want to give the nose part some roundness. Just a touch. So this is the section I'm worried about. Like, as you can see, the section I'm worried about is right here. Because as you can see, there's just a small chunk of meat there to work with, and the crack goes right through it. So that's where I'm going to be very careful. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. Why? It's a pumpkin. And it's art. It's going to have character. very lightly here. I think as long as I'm working on the top, it will be fine. But if I go any deeper, it will not. I can always glue it back in. Cool. I think that's good. Maybe carve out the eyes completely. Oh. But I'm liking them with the eyes. I'll tell you what. I'm going to do a second pumpkin down here. I've got to. I can't just leave it one pumpkin. That pumpkin, I will carve out the eyes. But, so you don't like the eyes? Let me hold it up. So you don't like the eyes in? I don't know. You tell me. Because if the eyes go, the nose goes. The inside of the mouth needs to go. They look like Spider-Man eyes. Oh, all right. Let me work on it before I go there. Let me work on it. I mean, they do. John, you had to point that out now. Oh my goodness. Thank you. They do kind of look like Spider-Man eyes. But pumpkin eyes aren't supposed to be perfect. Let me see. I'm torn. Let me do another one down here. And I'll cut those eyes out. And just see the difference. Because I really like the eyes in there. I really like the eyes. But that's all right. If you want the eyes to come out, hit the like button. Hit the like button. And if I get over 100 likes, I will take the eyes out. I need something to drink. Oh, I want 100 likes. But I don't want to take the eyes out. Oh my goodness. All right, let me take a break. Is everybody in chat having a good day? How is your Sunday? I hope everybody is having a good day. I am waiting for the Detroit Lions to come on tonight to play the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, I love football. And in the meantime, I figured I'd come out here, hang out with you guys, do some carving, and talk. Maybe just leave a small amount. Oh, I think it's all or nothing. I don't know. So I'm thinking on this one, leaving the eyes. But if I can pull it off, this is probably going to be the determining factor. In the center, or right in, let's see if I can get it. Yes, add a pupil. What I was thinking is right in this area here, or more towards the center, is trying to add a pupil on both sides. That's why I haven't taken them down too far. So I am thinking on that. One thing about my carvings, I will play with the carving until I'm finally done with it. I won't just willy-nilly carve it. I might work on this carving for another 2 or 3 days. I would leave that one and do the next one. I will try that. I work on carvings for 2 or 3 days. And then once I'm finally done with it, I'm done with it. When I get done with this one and I end the live stream, I will actually take a picture of it, and I'll look at the picture from yesterday, the picture from today, see what's changed, see what I want to change. Now, I do know, and this might be the determining factor on this one, but right above here, I do know I want to give like some little eyebrows or eyelashes or some anger marks, and then come down here with a few also. I want to be spooky. He's not a happy jack-o'-lantern or pumpkin, so I'm going to do some lines through here, and that may make the Spider-Man eyes, which are cool, different and be a determining factor. But yeah, he's gonna get those. I'm just waiting until I'm happy with everything else, because I really think when it comes to pumpkin carving, especially in wood, I really think as good as the eyes are, as good as the nose is, and the mouth, you really need to nail these grooves. My opinion, because every pumpkin has grooves, and you know it's a pumpkin. It's orange, you've got the stalk, you've got the grooves, and the grooves going through your carves and everything is what gives it the character. You know, you can do all this pretty stuff, but the grooves of a part of a pumpkin is, I think, the biggest part. Yeah, Matthew, I love that top. When I seen this piece of wood laying over there, I was like, yes, this is my first pumpkin carving out of wood. And when I saw that, I was like, yes, that's going to be my first pumpkin carving, and I'm leaving that up there. That's not coming out. That is for sure staying there. It doesn't look like much from this way, you know, standing up. But, you know, this way, when it's looking at you, yeah, that looks really cool. I do not know if I'm going to paint it. I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to put a stain on it, or maybe a clear coat on it, and go from there. The nice thing is, I can always clear coat it, and if I don't like it, then I can go back through and touch it up and paint it. But I don't know as if I'm going to paint it. That is still to be determined. Kind of like everything else with this. Maybe burn it. You know what? That's a good idea. I haven't done a lot of burning to stuff, so maybe burn it. Oh, you just gave me some ideas. Because I can burn it, hit it with a wire brush, and give it like a distressed, look. That might be an idea. Yeah, let me see. That's cool. Awesome. So let me do some drawing up here. I always like to draw before I just start carving. That way I kind of get an idea what it's going to look like. Oh no, you know, you guys always have good ideas. That's why I kind of look to you guys for some ideas, because you guys are always coming up with something cool. Never. Now my wife's back there in the background saying never, but I know you guys have some great ideas. So I'm going to bring this up from the nose a little bit. Maybe not so much eyebrows, but just some wavy, curvy lines. So kind of give them an evil look. I completely didn't do that right. And that is why I draw first. So this line stops there. This line goes up. Wow. Give me a second. I gotta fix this. There's one thing great idea. Orange stain over the burning. You know what? If I do that, I'm giving you all the credit in the world. I am. So my mirror image skills are horrible. That is why I draw things first, because that one was completely not what the other one was. Now I'm not going to go thick on these. What do you think? I'm not going to go thick on those, but I'm going to carve them out just like that. Something like that. I think that'll be cool. You guys tell me real quick while I look for a bit. Is that good idea or no? I love your guys' opinions. So I want a really thin bit to get in there. Awesome, John. All right, so that is the bit that I'm going to use. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it, but it has a very fine tip on it. It's a diamond burr, and that's what I'm going to use for those lines. And I'm just lightly going to go in and basically just try to put some accent lines in it. Awesome. All right, let's do this. Oh, this makes me so nervous. Mainly because I can't see the other end. Because it's down in the rounded part. Oh man. That's alright. That'll work. Right up here. I can do that. Man, with all your guys' help, I'm gonna have to name this the community carve. Because you guys are coming up with great ideas. Alright. No? Where are you talking? Oh, the outer part of the eye. All right, now I'm confused. Okay, and my wife just happened to be in the garage, so I'm gonna ask her. So, honey, no,
Yeah.
they're telling me maybe add a line going towards the outer part of the eye, and then it says, and then they said, ask your wife about eyebrows. We women do. So, what are they asking me to do? Like a little, kind of like what I call like a sexy eyebrow that comes out through here. I don't know. I need you to see what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, you need to show me instead of telling me.
Well, then come on over here and tell me. This is so funny. From the ones that I carved, this one, it's saying a straight line. So, straight line here, eyebrows. So you tell me, where would a line be?
There and there.
And then what about the eyes?
Why would you want to do that?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out where to put it.
I would do like an eyebrow arch, but that's me.
An eyebrow arch. Okay.
See this? Look.
Oh,
My eyebrow goes up.
yeah. Okay, I think I got it. I don't know if I got it, but I think I got it.
Why didn't that roll of toilet paper out here?
Yes, an arch. An arch. Words are hard. An arch. No, I don't know where that came from. Okay, an arch. Gotcha. Now we're all on the same page. Awesome. And that is why this community is so awesome. I'm going to go back over these just one more time. Hey, Patricia. So I got a question. I can barely figure out how to do my fingernails. What makes you guys think I'm gonna understand eyebrow arches and makeup and stuff? That's craziness. That's crazy talk to me. I don't even know how you guys think that I could figure that one out. Yeah, thank you for the help, but man, that was hard. All right, so I got the little Frau lines put in up here. Now I can go through with a little bit of room that I have and try to put in an arch, but I'm afraid I'm not going to have enough room. We'll see. Yeah, if I would have looked in the mirror, then I would have seen my nose, my face, my lips. I would have never. I'm slow like that. I'm telling you, I am slow. All right, we're gonna do this, and you're gonna walk me through this. I'm gonna screw this up. So like right here or right here? Draw it first. Very good. You know what? This is learning on live YouTube. Look at that. If you can't learn on live YouTube, you can't learn, period. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and this definitely deserves hitting that like button or a subscribe. So I'm gonna think you are talking right in through here, because that is where my eyebrow is. Up to 57 likes. That's awesome. So are you talking right through here? Can you see that line? Right through there. No. Perfect. I am glad that I drew that first. Then where are you talking? Because I put these lines in here, so I can't go there. Up here. I'm rubbing my head right now because I'm so confused. I am so confused. Straight line towards the outer edge, just a short line. So from here, no, that can't be it. That's not right. I know what, I'm gonna come back to that because I'm just not getting it. Maybe I'll send you a picture and have you draw it on for me because I am not getting. Put my pen at the tallest carve line you did. Okay, so the tallest carve line I did was right here. You can't be talking about right there, are you? Hi, Amy. Thank you for joining. We are trying to figure out how to carve an eyebrow. Now draw a straight line towards the outer edge of the eye. So then what you're saying is, if I'm right, and I haven't been right yet, so from this tip, draw a line to the furthest tip of the eyebrow, or the eye. Is this what you're saying? This has got to be hilarious. Oh my goodness. Really? All right. All right, can you hear me now? Type in yes if you can hear me. All right. I think my microphone battery died. This has got to be the most entertaining live you guys have been on. All right, so let's get this straight. I have a center line coming through here from the furthest tip here. You want me to carve in a line here. So how about I carve from this center line to this indentation? That would be shorter, because you don't want me to go the whole way. So just up here. I'm lost. I'm lost. Amy Jo, help. They're trying to explain to me how to put an eyebrow on here and I can't figure it out. All right. All right, well then I'm lost. I'll have to talk to you maybe through an email or something. I will save that section just for you, and I'll send you a picture, and maybe you can do a markup on it on what you're talking about. Oh, I know this. I know I've got this, but they're talking about an eyebrow, and I really think I want to put one in, but I'm just not sure what they're trying to say. All right, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that. So I'm going to start working on the mouth for a little bit. And we're going to get that. We're going to figure that one out. Because my problem is... All right, perfect. I will go on your live and you can draw it out for me like a school teacher. Because that's what I need right now. Awesome. So... I'm going to go ahead and start working on this mouth. And bringing some of this down. Awesome. Well, I want them to look evil looking, so that's cool. But I'm going to start taking this mouth down and get that sunk in some, because I'm still not convinced that I'm taking the eyes out. Because I really like the eyes, and I like the nose, and I like the mouth. So, we're going to work on that. Man, that was tough. I didn't realize just how slow I am. Felt like my 4th grade math teacher was trying to teach me how to add 2 plus 2 again. Wow. That was crazy. Amy Jo, if you're still in there, how's your trip going? See, yeah, but I didn't learn 2 plus 2 until I was in 4th grade. So tell your granddaughter, thank you. Tell her she has a better education than I do. That's why I'm trying to figure out how to do eyebrows on a pumpkin. Stay in school. And you know what? You know what? Since Miss Smarty Pants, first grader, had to show me up and tell me what 2 plus 2 was, ask her if she knows how to draw eyebrows onto a pumpkin. I bet I got her there. What? No. No. You know what? I might pack up my career because I lose to Amy Jo in carving. And now I'm about to be shown up by a first grader on how to draw eyebrows with a paintbrush. That is kind of sad. And yes, I would love to see the picture. So John is right. Email me a picture of her pumpkin with eyebrows. And I will share it in a post. John. I used to like you, John. John, you are one of my favorites, John. I can say that. You are definitely one of my favorites. I'm not afraid to hold back. kind of liking. So good. So now it's a little. No, I gave up on 5th grade. I dropped out of school at fourth grade and a half. 4th and a half grade. Yeah. 4th and a half grade. So I'm kind of liking this. Leaving the center in, and I don't know how well you can see this, but bringing it down to a point. See how that kind of comes down to a point? I kind of like that. I'm gonna keep working on that. You know what? I gotta check my phone battery. See how much I have left. How long have I been live? Well, an hour and 30 minutes I should have. Hold on a second. I should be good to go a little bit more. I'll go for maybe 20 more minutes. You know, Delaney, you do your skull like a professional makeup artist for horror movies. You can figure this out. You know what? Holy crap, Matthew. Thank you so much for that. That is a huge compliment. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. That right there hit my heart. Made me happy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really love Halloween special effects and making stuff like that. If you haven't known or noticed already. So yeah, that meant a lot to me. Thank you. I was thinking, so yeah, April, go check out the video I did with I made a skeleton head with a cheap 99-cent skeleton head from Walmart, and I used Loctite spray foam on it to turn it into not such a niche-y little skeleton. And I think it came out cool. And Matthew, thank you. Thank you. Now I even forgot what I was going to say. Oh, no, what I was going to say is this live's been going for about an hour and 20 minutes now, 30 minutes, and probably an hour of that is April trying to teach me how to do eyebrows. So, entertainment at its best. Who is trying to call me? Nobody is trying to call me. That's dumb. Yeah, in that video, I also show you how to make fake blood, which in my opinion is pretty realistic. So if you like that type of stuff, watch that video. You will definitely, hopefully, learn something. And it's, in most cases, the blood is something you more than likely have around your house. What's up? Mike is making stuff. What up, though? All right, I'm gonna keep working on this, on these teeth, because I will have to go shortly. My phone's gonna probably die. So if the stream just ends, my phone died. I didn't plan on going this long. Or something funny, if I just end up disappearing from the live and it keeps going, maybe it'll be like Mike's live. Mike from Mike is Making Stuff had a live go for almost 24 hours and he wasn't there for it for 20 hours of it. Ain't that right, Mike? That was something. It had to be a glitch. That was funny. I was on his live the next day and chatting away with people, and he's not there. It's just a blank screen. But yeah, it was funny. I eventually sent him a message and was like, dude, you know you're live? He's like, oh, no. Oh, thank you. Because, yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'll hold this up for you guys. And I'll probably end up going in a couple of minutes. In the mouth area, even though I think I'm going to leave the center section, I am trying to bring these teeth to a finer point, which I think is happening pretty well. And at the same time, I'm trying to fade the tips in. So for here, I don't know how well you can see on the camera. Here, it's looking much cooler. So yeah, I'm just trying to work with it and then work with everything around it. So, but hey, look, I have been almost 2 hours and you guys have made this so fun, so worth doing. And it does not feel like 2 hours has gone by. So I'm gonna hang out for a couple of minutes, talk with you guys, and then end this live stream. But I do have to thank you so much for being here. And Dragons, I look forward to your granddaughter showing me up on your live stream, which is always awesome. I will definitely check that out. And if you want, for sure, send me an email of her drawing. And you know what? I might make it the thumbnail for this carve video. Just because I think that will be fun. You know what? 66 likes is awesome. That is fantastic, and thank you guys. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. It has been a nice collaboration, yes. And you know what? I love, when we have carvers on, like Amy Jo, when her and I carve, and we have Perry on carving. Those are some of the funnest times. Carving with other carvers. So I'm always down for having anybody on a live that wants to do some carving or creating whatever. I'm always down to have somebody else here. It's always a fun time, and it's a learning experience. See you later, Patricia. So, and I do like hearing your guys' ideas while I do this. I am going to do another pumpkin. And that one I will probably sink the eyes in. Awesome. I will be there. And I'll do that pumpkin a little bit different. But I will probably work on this for a little bit. I still see things that I want to do to it to make them cooler. So it's kind of like my mind starts going, kind of like the skeletons. My mind starts going, I start working them, I start painting them. So I might not be able to go on the live today because my phone is literally almost dead and it's going to take some time. But what I'll do afterwards is I will, is your email on your YouTube page? Trev, no, I'm not. I'm using a couple of different things. I am using a product called the Kutzel Flame Burrs. It's a product, and they are actual carving bits. So I think that's where a lot of people get frustrated, is they get these bits that come with like the Dremel kit, and they don't exactly do what you want them to do. Although I use them, yes, because they are good for certain things. And I must have threw my other bit away, or not away, but probably in this pile of bits. I'll find it later. But let me see if you can see them. There is a company called Kutzel, and they have a set of burrs. They have a fine, intermediate, and a very coarse burr, and they are made for wood carving. So that is what I've done most of this work with. Then some of the finer work that I've done, and just know, to remove wood when you're carving, you need, yes, they would be on Amazon. These are the best bits for removing wood. If you're using the bits that come with your Dremel, they're going to work, but they're not ideal. You will move a lot more wood with these. And also, if you think those are nasty, these are the 1/8 inch burrs. I also use the 1/4 inch burrs, which are much bigger, and I only use them on certain projects. If the wood's really, really hard, I will use them. Or if I want to take off a lot of wood at once on something like this, then I will use those. So, yeah. And then for some of the finer work that I've been doing, use these diamond burrs, which work out really well when you're not wanting to take away a lot of wood. There's so many different burrs out there, but I would suggest starting off with the Kutzel. Get a set of their burrs, play with them on, projects, get used to them. And you know what? I don't necessarily know if cedar's the best. I know a lot of people, if you can get a hold of it, they use basswood. But really, it's, for me, I think, because I can get pine here and I can get cedar quite often. Cedar's good, but there's always better woods. Yeah, you want to try and go with the softer wood. You definitely don't want, a hardwood, like a really hard oak or something, because then it gets a little tricky. And Trev, if you ever have any questions, shoot me an email. My email's on the YouTube page, and I'll be happy to answer them. And if I cannot answer them, there are a ton of people in this community that you can either reach out to or I can ask questions for, and we can get you some answers. And once you start carving, you are gonna realize and understand the whole definition of just carve deeper. Awesome, thank you. Because deep is your friend when you're trying to do a lot of this. So, nice. All right, dragons, I will get everything set up in the house, and then I'll jump on your live for a little bit, and because I'm gonna wrap up here in about 5 minutes. Thank you for being here. So yeah, it's fun. I love it. I love building stuff, and it's a good time. You know what? I mean, that's really, it's really a true statement. For me, I start off in one direction, and then I'll walk away from a piece. And like I said, I will take a picture of this, and then I'll look at it later and see what I want to change, what I want to improve. And I will take my time with it. I won't just slap a carve and then go. All right, John, have a good one. Enjoy carving. It's really just take your time. There's no time limit on what it's going to take you to do this. And I might come back tomorrow and say, okay, after looking at the picture, I want to do this a little bit different, this a little bit different. Add this, add that. So It really, take your time. Don't be in a hurry. And if you have to draw lines, yes, a Yeti is a lot of people's on their want to carve list. Yep, that is definitely on a lot of people's want to carve list, including mine, but I'm not there yet. So, yeah, just enjoy. Have fun. But hey, guys, I am going to get out of here. My phone is going to die. And I didn't realize, you guys have made this so fun. I didn't realize I've been on here for almost 2 hours. So that's awesome. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Trev. And thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I will definitely see you guys in the future. And this week, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Central Time, we have a really cool, if you're into woodworking, we have a really cool guest that I'm pretty proud that we were able to get to come on. So stick around and check that out. It'll be 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time till probably about 8:30. And he's a pretty cool guest. So check that out. Other than that, I may be going live here and there, working on this or doing a build.